What's up, y'all? So, yeah, first of all, let me know how you guys are doing, of course. It's most important to me. I'm okay. I'm okay. Also, I got my shirt on. God, don't play about me. I'm reading like I can't read. Not sponsored, by the way, but I do like the shirt. Also, I went to Davis Cookies, and I had got my nephew some cookies, and I got myself a milkshake. My nephew got a milkshake as well. I think he got like a Cookie Monster or something like that. And then I had got, I don't know, I guess it's like an Oreo chocolate. It's good. I like it. So shout out to Davis Cookies, delicious. They're over on Reading Road. If I can remember to put the address, I will definitely do that like that. But hit up Davis Cookies. And by the way, they do have, what am I trying to say? My bad. They do have, what's the word? Dairy-free milkshake. So definitely make sure you ask for a dairy-free milkshake. Mine is delicious. So recommending that. I was thinking about, well, today I had to unfortunately go to a funeral, but one thing that I kind of was thinking about is how sometimes when you don't deal with certain emotions often, when you have to deal with certain emotions that you don't deal with often, sometimes you really don't know how to deal with them. Also, I watched a video probably 10 minutes ago or so, and this kid, he was like 2. He was going through, terrible twos, what they call them. But one thing about kids going through terrible twos and all that, they really, because they've only lived for a short amount of time, they're experiencing so many emotions, and they literally don't even know what these emotions mean. They don't know how to cope with them. They don't know how to deal with them. And of course, a lot of times we get upset, and we have to, because we have to help regulate these emotions that these kids have no idea what it is. And with that, sometimes that pushes us to have to deal with emotions that we ourselves, we rarely even experience, or we rarely even have to deal with. I don't know why I was about to say have to twice, but anyhow. Sometimes we have to deal with emotions that we rarely have to deal with on our own. One being patience, another being tolerance, another being patience, tolerance, understanding, and accepting. Kids in general don't look at life the way we do, because they don't see a lot of times the negatives of certain situations that they do, and how bad and how far things can go. But we just have to understand that they're just doing their best. They can't do nothing else besides what it is that they've already acquired so far. And although it ain't much, can I put this here? I'll put this on my phone. I think that helps. Although they haven't acquired a lot of information and understanding to be able to regulate their own emotions and make good decisions and the best choices, they have something. As long as you're teaching them something, just like something to go off of, something to go by, they'll be okay. Eventually they'll learn. Of course, it ain't easy, because if you're doing some stuff and I'd be like, what? But you gotta understand, they ain't been alive that long. They don't know. I'm trying to get better also with my parents. So this is why I bring up patience, or kids in general, and their emotions. I just spent 3 hours with my nephews, we tried to do one thing. No, two. Supposed to pick him up. Well, I guess that don't really count. So I was supposed to pick him up, take her to go get a milkshake because they wanted snacks. So I'm like, all right, cool, just go get a milkshake, whatever. So I was supposed to take them to get a milkshake, drop them off to their parents. What did we do? Picked them up. We got there to the place, started to order. Here go the middle one. I gotta use the bathroom. Didn't I just pick you up? Didn't I just pick you up? Why didn't you go before we left? All right, cool. So I packed them up, put it back in the car. We drive for about a couple miles because we had to get to a restroom. And you know, right now, a lot of people don't want to have guests inside of their facilities, whether it be restaurants or whatever else, to use the restroom. So I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. So pick them up. We go to our Kroger, local Kroger, a couple miles away. Go in there. First of all, I had to help him get out of his little belt. He tried to pull his pants off. I'm like, oh my gosh. So he has a belt on. So I'm like, oh, he is that age now. So I take his little belt off, go to the bathroom. Then the other one had to go to the bathroom. Side note, how do y'all feel about kids going to the bathroom by themselves? Like when my nephews come with me, and although they're like 5, 6 years old, or about 5 years old, I should say, I don't want to go to the bathroom by myself. Like you're going to, like as long as you're with me, you're going to the women's bathroom. You're not going into the men's bathroom by yourself. Like I don't know these people. You don't know these people. You're young, and no, for your safety, you're staying with me. So, and that's one thing he doesn't understand. Like he has this thing where he's just like, I'm a man. I'm grown. I'm like, first of all, you're not grown. If you want to call yourself a man, I actually have no problem with it because it's starting to train him to like, to me. And he absolutely knows that he's a child, but at the same time, it's like, this is something that he's trying to become one day. Like this is his goal in life, is to become a man. So if you want to call yourself a man, all right, bet. He's always like, and I never tell him, well, I guess sometimes I do tell him that because it's important, but he always say, oh, ladies first. So he'll open the door for me and I'll just like, okay, cool, I walk through. But even though he's younger, I'm just like, I always turn around like, I gotta make sure you're okay, no matter what. But if you would like to open the door for me, and for ladies that you see, cool, be a gentleman, all right? Be a gentleman. So yeah, back to my story. They're in the bathroom, fiddling with his belt. The other one had to go. Then we got the baby. So I'm like, okay, I gotta go too. Watch your brother for a second. And this is the important thing about kids and making sure that they have an understanding and an awareness of the things that go on around them, because even though he's about 5 years old, his brother's 2, he's young enough to, you know, keep an eye on him for a second, but he's also young enough to where if he doesn't watch his brother like for a couple seconds like I requested, I understand why, because he's only 5. The 5-year-olds, they don't have the best attention span. So yeah, he's watching his brother. The other one, he's doing whatever. I don't even know what he was doing. But, and I'm like, hey, Nugget, what are you doing? What are y'all doing? He's like, oh, I'm watching, he's like, I'm watching my brother. I was like, all right, cool. The other one, he was over there chilling. I don't know what he was doing, but anywho. So we get up out of there. And also kids watch everything you do. So the baby, he's 2, but he knows before you leave the bathroom, you always supposed to wash your hands. So I wash my hands, and then he's reaching up trying to get his hands washed too. I'm like, you gotta wash your hands? He was like, yes. So I pick him up, get him some soap, and he just has his hands out like this. And I'm like, you gotta put your hands together and rub them together, because, you know, get the germs off, because this ain't gonna do nothing. But there you go, gotta rub that soap in. So he gets the soap, he washes his hands, dries his hands off with a little paper towel. Kids be so cute trying to wipe their hands off with a little paper towel. Like, your hands are so cute and little. Anywho, So he gets his paper towel, wipes his hands off, and we leave out. So they wanted root beer. So I'm like, all right, I can get a root beer. Of course, the oldest one, he wants the root beer. So we find the root beers. The other one, he gets what he wants because he's like, I don't want that. He said, I want soda. I'm like, technically all of these is soda. And then they're like, oh yeah, we can't have pop. I'm like, it's still pop. Like it's an interchangeable name. It's like a down south, up north kind of thing where it's just like, is it soda or is it pop? Or you could just say, can I get a drink that's bubbly? I don't know, but soda or pop. Let me know which one y'all say. Do y'all say soda or do y'all say pop? And where are you from exactly? Because I want to see this. I want to see the ratio of people that actually say soda versus pop, and if you're more so up north or south, like which one do you use preferably? So took us a minute to get that. Then we went to check out. From the checkout, got back in the car, went back to the place. And before we even left that place, they are just everywhere, touching stuff, moving around. I'm like, yo, please relax. Please relax. Please calm down. And they got fingerprints all on the glass. I don't know what the youngest one was doing, and just everywhere. I'm like, yo, y'all have to chill, okay? Y'all can't be everywhere while you're trying to do things. But they don't know because, they're kids and they really don't, they can't read rooms and they can't understand the things that are going on. Like if you're at a playground, it's cool to run around, boom, boom, boom. When you're in certain spaces, especially like when they're confined, and just for like respect for the people around you. Give people space. Don't be touching all on stuff. And don't be picking up stuff, especially like if you're handling food items. They only picked up some things that were closed up. I'm just saying anyway, like that's not something you're supposed to be doing. Just if you look at it, you can put it right back, but don't be doing the most. So we ended up getting back to how many minutes? I mean, it's 2 minutes. Okay. So we ended up getting back to the place from the Kroger, and they actually did a little bit better this time. They sat down where I asked them to. We got our shakes, and we get in the car. Sit down for a second, start eating. About to pull off. Guess what happens? The oldest had his root beer, and it exploded. It exploded all on my seat. And before they got in the car, I had a little blanket. It was black. It was, a nice size blanket. It was a nice big blanket. I had it sitting on the seat, so when they get in and they waste crumbs or anything, it'd be on top of the blanket. Where was that blanket when I turned around? It was on the floor. It was on the floor. So I'm like, what happened to the blanket? He was like, it was like that when I got in here. I'm like, you might be right. Why might you be right? Because I should have been paying attention. I should have checked it. It's not really their job to be checking it and understanding what the blanket is for. But now he understands that is what I have the blanket for. So we had to leave from there. Mind you, I don't have extra clothes with me because they're not my kids, and 2, they don't have any clothes in the bag, which is fine because we didn't think that was going to happen. I thought I was going straight to where I needed to be, but no, they wanted to stop, so we stopped. So we are about to go back to the house to get them some clothes. However, by the time I did that, I might as well just went to the store. So went to the store, bought them some clothes. Get in the store, they doing the most again. Not the most, but it's like we came in here for one thing. You chill and relax. The youngest, the middle one, he done bought his bottle of Jones soda. He drops it. Thankfully, he dropped it like this to where the bottom stopped it. Because if he would have dropped it like this, it would have been soda would have been everywhere, and then guess who would have to clean it up? You guessed it, me. Not that I have to, but I just feel like I feel like that's my responsibility as the acting parent at the moment because they're with me and they're not with their parents. Trying to take it to their parents. Like now I gotta do the auntie thing today, which is fine. I love my kids. So Had him pick it up even though he wasn't supposed to be in there. Or that wasn't supposed to be in there. Told him like, hey, pick it up, let's go. Went from there. He did something, I can't remember what he did something he wasn't supposed to be doing. And talked to him about that for a second. And then from there, we went to where we needed to be. But yeah, it took 3 hours. I say all that to say, it took 3 hours for us to get to where we needed to be. I was very frustrated. I did get frustrated because I'm like, what the heck? And I'm not used to having kids around, so got a little flustered. I do have good patience, but like I did get a little flustered because I'm like, oh my gosh, like I just need to, haha. But yeah, I had a couple moments, and that's just one thing I definitely have to. I always try to keep in mind when it comes to them. It's like, boy, they move slow. They move slow. Kids move slow. Because they don't always understand the urgency of like situations and things that's going on. Because I'm like, all right, put your seatbelts on. And they still asking me questions. I'm like, put your seatbelt on so we can go. So eventually they ended up putting the seatbelt on. But the middle one, he always got to ask questions. Why are we? Where are we? How are we? Could we? Should we? Do we? Need? Like, yo, please cut the questions and just like, we gotta go, man, we gotta go. But that's just him. That's just his personality. That's literally just his personality, though. Even though all kids are very inquisitive, he's like, no. I got some questions. Everything gotta stop because I needs to know. And I respect it. I respect it. I'm like, this is you, so I can't be mad about it. Cannot be mad about it. One thing he always got to do is like, when he needs to know something or he has to say something, he's like, no. Wait, hold on, wait. Like he gonna say what he got to say. Funny. That child's funny. They all funny, but yeah, he funny. Man. And you know what? I'm gonna also have to say shout out once again because I had took a program. It was called Mortar, and it was a business class. They were actually a part of the class too, and this is something I just feel like people who do things and they keep at it and they're just like relentless and resilient. I really admire that. Like I can't remember if I've seen her before today, but I know I've seen her like on social media, and I probably saw her at least once in person. But like, you know, in passing, I don't know her. But it's just really interesting to see people do or begin something and really work at it until they got it. And she got it. She got it in. Packing and she working. That really inspires me as an individual. Like, that's one thing I always want to do. I always want to acknowledge when people are doing something really good. I feel like that's important because I think that a lot of us, we get discouraged in life because we don't always have somebody that says like, oh, you're doing a good job. Oh, you doing a good job. You doing a good job. I have to tell myself that every day, like, girl, you doing a good job. You trying. You tried. When you're doing a good job, even if you're not 100%, you know, like, okay, or you're not 100% convinced that you're doing a great job, tell yourself that you're doing a good job still. Because, you know, like, if you don't and you don't have nobody else to do it, then who's going to tell you? Nobody. So tell yourself you're doing a good job. Let that be what it is. And really mean it. The first few times you probably won't, you know, be all in it, but give yourself time to say you doing a good job. I tell myself, I'll move my chair down. I always tell myself I'm doing a good job. At least a couple of times a day. Don't OD on it, because, you know, eventually ain't gonna mean nothing, because you probably ain't doing nothing, but you just like, you doing something. But also, even if you're not doing the best, if you wake up and you made your bed and you're like consistent with making your bed and you're doing that and that's like a goal of yours, tell yourself you're doing a good job, because I haven't been making my bed at all, but I need to start back. I don't know why I don't, I just don't. But when I have my days when I do so, you know what, I washed my hair, I blow dry it, and I partially straightened it out. It looked like this now, but listen, if you know, you know. If you know, like if you have thick hair and you have a lot of hair, like I have long hair and it's really, really thick, like all it is, yeah. When I did that, I woke up the next morning, I was like, oh, I did a good job. I did a good job today, or last night. It took me like 4 hours, but we got it going. That we did do. I'm still trying to get comfortable being on camera for real as well. I'm trying to be like business-like, I guess. My polished look. But y'all gonna see this a lot. Oh yeah, y'all gonna see this right here. This is like my favorite. I don't know. That was smack. But I don't know why I look greasy. But this is like my favorite thing to wear. This. I will wear this with anything. I'll wear this by itself. Like, I really like this. And this came from Target. I saw this in Target. I was walking past and I was like, I need you. I need that. It could be a shirt. Yeah, it could be a shirt, but it's not that long. But it could be a shirt. You could sleep in it. You can lay around. You can tie it around your waist. You can put it on your head. I love, and I went through like a really long plaid phase where I always like wearing plaid. I might be in it again. I like the shirt though. But anywho, when you're doing a good job, or you think you're doing a good job, or you want to tell yourself you're doing a good job, just tell yourself. Why not? You know, it's another day. Hype yourself up, big yourself up. You got to. It's important. It's imperative. You know. You only got one you. Treat yourself. Treat yourself. Don't go OD on it, but definitely treat yourself. You'll feel better about your life if you do. That I can guarantee you. And I'm actually gonna wrap this up because we've been going for 22 minutes and I don't wanna hold y'all up. I know y'all got things to do because I got things to do as well. Y'all take care. Y'all be easy. Take care of yourself. Take care of the people around you because it's very important. You're not the only one in this life. Find some people that care about you. And make sure you care about them. If you don't care about them, leave them alone. Just leave them alone. Like, it's not... Don't be that person. If you don't care about somebody, just leave them alone. Because why not? It doesn't make sense for you to keep, you know, pretending like you care about people. It doesn't even make... What? Hold on. Hold on. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's 4:44, by the way. I don't know what that means, but hey. Yeah, y'all take care and all the other good stuff. I'm not sure how many times I'm gonna be posting a week. I'm kind of not really on like a set schedule. I was doing Tuesdays being my video day. Well, Fridays, food Fridays, and then Tuesday would be like my regular videos, whatever I want to choice do. I might add one more. It might be like on a Sunday or something. So this might be dropping tomorrow. Might be dropping tomorrow. I don't know, but like I said, I don't want to hold y'all up. So I'll see y'all later.